Hi everyone, I'm Carol Spieckerman, President of Spieckerman Retail. I'm a retail B2B advisor, strategist, and speaker who helps a crazy diverse group of retail stakeholders get credit for the great stuff they're already doing and navigate to what's next in retail. And speaking of what's next, the retailers, brands, and solution providers that have made it through these recent storms have emerged on the other side stronger than ever. And in more good news, rumors of the demise of brick and mortar in particular have been greatly exaggerated. In fact, stores are where so much of the action will be for the rest of this year and going into 2024. So much so that I'm calling 2023 the year of the store. So what a great time to be a part of Tokinomo's first ever InStore Disrupt event. Tokinomo really gets this space. Their products are designed to optimize the in-store experience, and they provide awesome thought leadership to the industry. So I'm thrilled to be a part of their groundbreaking event. I've curated 3 of my top retail trajectories so that we can tackle how and why the in-store experience will evolve in the year of the store. My retail trajectories are themes I'm constantly creating, connecting, and mapping across categories, borders, business models, and touch points. I can't wait to share them with you, so let's get started. One fundamental truth changes everything about how in-store experience will evolve in the year of the store. Retailers are no longer just places that sell stuff. They're now platforms that tie together digital, social, mobile, partnerships, data, and so much more. It's a ton of capability and opportunity that didn't exist in retail even a few years ago. But what it means is, going forward, your best opportunities will be unlocked through platform building, platform partnership, and platform monetization. But it also means that stores will no longer just be places that sell stuff. And things are going to get really interesting as the digital rethinking of brick and mortar takes shape and accelerates, and in very different ways from the past. You know, years ago, the first attempt at digitization was mostly driven by brands, and things got a little out of hand. The store environment started getting really noisy, there were shelf talkers and things like that, that really started compromising the customer experience rather than enhancing it. So retailers pulled back that control, they took charge, they cleared all that clutter, and now they're ready to rebuild it on their terms using much more refined and advanced technologies, and of course with an eye toward monetizing their platforms. So initially, this digital rethink will be driven by some of the big guys, Amazon and Walmart and some forward-looking beauty and fashion brands. They're going to be on the cutting edge, testing and learning while everybody else looks on and decides how to participate. And on top of that, you have these high-tech platforms, the big guys out there like Meta and Apple and others, that are set to unleash a slew of new devices that will facilitate immersive experiences in stores. So that's going to democratize a lot of the technology and make it a lot more understandable and accessible. But if all of this sounds like it's too much or overwhelming, know that it won't happen overnight. Things will operate on a spectrum from high touch to high tech for quite some time. And in the meantime, plenty of shoppers will long for those more traditional shopping experiences. In fact, there's already some backlash on the high tech side, particularly when it comes to automation. And retailers are taking notice. Retailers like Tesco, they were going pedal to the metal with their get-go fully automated concept. But now they're rethinking that and reintroducing people-powered cashiers at their new hybrid get-go locations. So I've been saying for a while that the last few years have been all about exploring what's even possible. Well, going forward, it's going to be about setting really clear priorities because of all the options that are available. And in some cases, that will mean pulling back on technology or at least being a lot more choosy about which ones you implement. It really will be a case of just because you can doesn't mean you should. And in the meantime, more understandable technologies and innovations will be a great starting point. And some retailers have had to learn this the hard way. Things like scan and go and the growing number of grocers like Kroger, Albertsons, and Amazon that are literally rolling out AI-powered smart carts as we speak. But these smart carts, they help shoppers with navigation, They help with the convenience proposition, and of course they benefit retailers by allowing them to collect more data in the store and even mitigate labor shortages. So the more boxes that can be checked, the better the solution, and on both the retailer and the shopper side. It needs to be a balance of both. Also, if you work with retailers, know that with so many technologies available, no two retailers are taking the same approach. So it really pays to do your research and figure out which technologies retailers are getting behind, your prospects, your customers, and position to them. So either way, the digital rethinking of brick and mortar is just getting started, and it's starting to accelerate. Now, there's one big new rule in retail right now, and that is diversify or die. Diversification is actually what will lead a lot of this platform building that we've been talking about. It's taking a lot of different forms, and it does impact the in-store experience. And sometimes with traditional diversification plays evolving in new ways. Things like format expansion. Before those were just spin-offs of the mothership. But going forward, these new formats will help retailers branch out into new categories, reach out to new demographics, and push into solutions and services. Solutions and services are quickly becoming retailers' favorite profit centers, and they are a data gathering goldmine. That's why you see so many retailers pushing into healthcare. You've got CVS and Amazon recently making multi-billion-dollar deals in the primary care space. You've got Walmart just going to town with healthcare in so many different ways, not just primary care, but also telehealth, pet health, and so much more, not to mention their in-store clinics that they're opening in Walmart stores. So these types of plays, you're going to be seeing them more and more. And if you work with retailers, it really pays to look at the ways they're diversifying their platforms, whether that's into new formats, into new categories, into solutions and services, definitely. And how are you diversifying your platform in order to align with theirs? For retailers, the push to solutions and services is full on. But the next question is, are you really better off building these internally, or should you lean into some of those platform partnerships to make it happen? Now, my final trajectory gets the award for most profitable and promising diversification play, and it also falls in the solutions and services realm. It's a powerful hedge against those product-based headwinds that have hit hurricane force in retail. Things like inventory pileups and margin misses. I'm talking about retailers going absolutely mad for ads. They are monetizing that juicy first-party data that they collect from loyalty programs, e-commerce, and so on, and now they're serving it back to brands. So they're united in their mission to turn brands into paying customers. And it's no wonder. The market for retail media, just in the U.S. alone, is set to hit like $45 billion this year. And if you talk to folks on the inside, they'll tell you that may be a conservative estimate. And going back to those margin misses, this business can generate upwards of 70 to 80% margins. So retail media really is retailers' ultimate platform monetization play. And it's going to have a huge impact on stores and retail relationships. For one thing, thanks to that digital rethink, more of the activity within stores will be quantifiable, and that will add value to retailers' media platforms. Also, too, retailers will get dollars coming and going as they charge for loyalty program benefits, then turn around and give access to all of that data and all of that, first-party relationship with shoppers to brands. Major agencies right now are in direct competition with retailers, and they're pretty freaked out about it. But going forward, retailers will be in fierce competition with one another for those ad dollars. Suppliers have some decisions to make too, whether they're going to continue to work with those outside agencies or, sort of give in to retailers' bully pulpit as they start to, let's just say, suggest that a lot of their suppliers use their ad platforms first. So you'll have to decide what you're getting for your ad bucks and which retailers you're going to give them to. And even really promising capabilities that we are all talking about, like generative AI, will take on a new dimension with retail media networks as they enhance personalization and take that to the next level, and also recommendations. All the better to keep shoppers playing on retailers' platforms and buying among all the different positions on their platforms. So the digital rethink, retailers going mad for ads, diversify or die, these really are just the tip of the iceberg of the trajectories that I'm tracking and that will transform in-store experience in the year of the store and beyond. I hope you're as excited about the possibilities as I am. And don't hesitate to reach out with any questions that you have, any stories that you'd like to share, or any comments on the presentation. I'd love to hear from you. And also, too, if you need help with your B2B positioning or would like to bring a Retail Trajectories presentation to your teams. Thanks so much. It's been such a pleasure being with you, and have a great event.